Let's talk about Eurovision, because the Eurovision sphere and the international community basically is spiraling right now around Israel's participation in the 2026 contest.
Israel will be allowed to compete in the Eurovision Song Contest.
The Eurovision Song Contest has been thrown into turmoil by 4 countries saying that they would boycott next year's event.
I would like to approach this from a different angle. In Eurovision 2025, Israel finished first in the audience voting.
297 points!
This outcome immediately triggered claims of Israel's interference in the voting procedure.
And concerns about how Israel managed to win so many votes.
And how they may have interfered with voting.
Whether that's actively manipulating the vote.
Some claim that the Israeli government's campaign to vote for the country's entry is the reason for its success in the contest. Others said Israel used bots to change the results. Both are ignoring the fact that in 2024 Israel finished second in the televote, even though there were no claims for campaign back then.
323 points!
Others ask, how is it possible that in states showing official objection to Israel, the audience voted in large proportions for the country? So here's the deal, and I want you to listen very carefully because this is very important. In the last decade, social media has had an alarming influence on us. Populist politicians all around the world realized what power this tool can have, and they've been using it aggressively. This happens everywhere, including in Western countries. Not only that local politicians using those platforms, but foreign powers have also learned how to create chaos and weaken Western society, from Romania to the US. So, populist right-wing politicians and foreign attributors use social media to spread hate and to create chaos. They are campaigning against minority groups because of 2 main reasons. First, it is easier to motivate people through feelings rather than knowledge. Therefore, the fear that minorities are going to change your life is effective. This is why, for example, Trump spent millions of dollars on anti-trans campaigns. The second reason campaigns against minorities work so well is that minority groups don't have the same resources as the majority. Especially in the social media era, when money can buy you bots and avatars and opportunist influencers, the minority has no chance to answer effectively to that propaganda. Thanks to social media algorithms, all of this happens in closed echo chambers that you might not be aware of. So while your neighbors are spiraling into an anti-minorities rabbit hole, you're exposed to a liberal agenda that resonates with your views. Now back to Eurovision. Learning about the world from your feed, it seems like everybody around you is objecting to Israel, its government, and its actions. Your political candidates may also reinforce your understanding of the world. But as we said, right in the home next to you, someone is getting a completely different picture of the world right now. So those people, they can't tolerate any more liberal opposing Israel. So while watching Eurovision, they decide to vote for Israel just to give those liberals and immigrants some good conservative answer. And we can see this reflects on some conservatives' expression on social media after Eurovision. So what I want you to learn from this, why I'm making this video, I want you to stop hanging on some unimportant technical explanations for Israel's success in Eurovision, like a governmental campaign or whatever, because it's not important. What is important is that the change that social media brought to Israel is coming to your countries as well. That with social media your home is also changing to a dark place, hurting basic human rights like liberty, equality, and the very right of life itself. Instead of whining about Israel's success in Eurovision, that is what Freud has called displacement, look it up, you should begin to demand your governments to regulate social media in a way that will prevent lies and hateful propaganda from spreading. Let's begin with banning bots and avatars on social media and continue from there.